Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my online class, my dear friends and viewers. Um, Hope you are well by the grace of the Almighty Allah. I am also well by the grace of the Almighty Allah. Um, Stay home, stay safe, my dear friends. Today I will discuss on uh, some rules of voice, especially complex sentence and compound sentence. Please look at the board. We know any complex sentence has one or two principal clause or one or more subordinate clauses. When we find such a complex sentence which um, in which the subordinate clause has transitive verb and its object, and principal clause has transitive verb and its object, we must change voice in both part, in principal clause and in subordinate clause. But when we find any part in which the verb is not a transitive verb and it has not any object, we should not change that part for voice. And in compound sentence, if we find two parts, two clauses have two transitive verbs and two objects, we must change both clauses for voice. For example, nobody knows where he lives. Nobody subject, knows, present form of main verb, nobody third person singular, present indefinite tense, so the verb takes S. And we can imagine here it as object, or nobody knows. Nobody knows, and the object of this knows verb is the whole phrase, conjunction, subject, finite verb. It is a noun clause, and it is the object of no verb. This clause is the phrase object of this transitive verb, and we can take it pronoun instead of, in lieu of this noun clause also. So we can change the noun clause where he lives is the object. So we have made the clause subject in the passive voice where he lives, and it is the principal clause is in present indefinite tense, subject third person singular. Now we can the noun clause is third person singular number, so the verb is each, and we bring past participle of the main verb new known, and after known normally we use instead of by and to preposition, and the subject will be the object of to preposition, and it will be changed from nobody to none. There is another way to change voice. That is nobody subject, knows transitive verb, and it object. We can take it pronoun instead of or in lieu of the noun clause where he lives. The object it will be the subject, and present indefinite tense, subject third person singular, so is be verb is the be verb here, and the first participle of no verb known, and after known normally we use to preposition instead of by, and the subject will be the object of to preposition. It will be from nobody to none, and then we use the subordinate clause. It is another rule from making active into passive voice. Another example, though conjunction he subject had auxiliary verb studied first participle of main verb and it is a transitive verb and everything is the object of the transitive verb studied. He subject forgot the transitive verb first indefinite tense and it is the object of this forgot transitive verb at the example. We take the conjunction everything is the object in the active voice and it will be the subject in the passive voice. We find had, so it will be had been, and the first participle of main verb studied and well, and we will write another other words and then we take by preposition and the subject will be the object of by preposition from he to him. Then comma, we will use comma. It object will be the subject in the passive voice and it is past indefinite tense, it third person singular, so we have used was as auxiliary verb and then we use the past participle of forgot verb, forget, forgot, forgotten, and we use all the other words and we bring the preposition by and the subject he will be the object of by preposition him. In this way we can easily convert from active to passive. In the vice versa rule, by applying vice versa rule, we can easily make or change a passive voice into an active voice. Though will be the in the place and the subject he, the object him will be the subject he. Been will be omitted and we use had and we will use the past participle of studied verb and we will write the other part, then we will use comma and the object of by preposition him will be the subject and there is be verb was, so it is past indefinite tense. We will use the past form of main verb forget, forgot, forgotten, and it a subject will be the object of forgot main verb and other words. In this way we can easily change a passive voice into active voice. When we find any compound sentence which has in which both verbs are transitive verb and have two objects, we must change both clauses, both principal clauses. Rice is the object, rice will be the subject and it is past indefinite tense, rice third person singular, so was be verb is the auxiliary verb here and we have used the past participle eat, ate, eaten, and we take by preposition and we make he in the subject he the object of by preposition and we bring first and conjunction. The copy object will be the subject and it is past indefinite tense, copy is third person singular, so be verb was will be the auxiliary verb here and we have used the past participle of drink, drank, drunk, and the subject will be the object of by preposition. In this way we can make an active voice into passive voice for compound sentence. By applying of vice versa rule, we can also a passive voice of compound sentence into an active voice of compound sentence. Him object will be the subject he. There was or were, so it is past indefinite tense. We take the past tense of it verb ate, and the subject will be the object of main verb ate, and we bring and preposition, and the object me will be the subject I, and it is past and definite tense because there is was a verb, be verb as auxiliary verb. So we bring the past tense of drink verb, I drank, and coffee will be the object. The coffee subject will be the object in the active voice as the object of main verb, and other words will be omitted. And in this way, we can easily make a passive voice into active voice of compound sentence. My dear friends, no more today. Good night. Fi amanillah.